Hi there, Sacha Liddiard here, and in this video I'm going to talk about outsourcing your e-commerce business. But to be honest, this would apply to any online business that you're operating. Now, I have been dropshipping on Amazon and eBay for 4 years now, and I wished I'd started outsourcing earlier. If you're putting this off, I totally understand where you're coming from, because that was me. I put this off for ages, and hopefully by watching this video you'll understand why you can just get on and do it now and why you should. So is this you? Is this you, the control freak? Is this you that you want to make sure you do absolutely everything with your business because nobody can do it as well as you can? You can't trust anybody. You don't know where to start. You don't know how you're going to pass your knowledge on to anybody else, and it's all so much easier if you just keep it to yourself, and then there's not going to be any problems with your account. Everything's going to be absolutely fine. But to be honest, you're never going to be able to scale your business, and you're also not going to get that life work balance. That, to be honest, that's what why we're all working from home. It's to get that balance. And you'll find, and especially I found, I've got my business operating in both the US and the UK, so you've got sales coming in at night, sales during the day, is that it's 24/7, and you never get time to spend time with the family or me time. So it comes to a stage where you're never going to be able to scale it any bigger if you just keep it all to yourself. So I eventually, after following my very good friend Oberon Demone, who went straight to Onlinejobs in the Philippines, and I saw that she did it. I thought, do you know what? I've just got to get on and do it. If she can do it, I can do it. So I used this particular site, and I can't recommend it highly enough. I put an advert out, and I was inundated with great quality candidates. It's just a one-off fee. Once you've paid it, you don't need to continue to be a member if you don't want to. They've got a great time sheet, time proof, which just scans the VA's computer as they're working. So if you need that to begin with, and just building up that trust, you've got that, and that's with the free account. You don't need to pay for that. So highly recommend it. It was well worthwhile. So one of the other things that stopped me from getting on was, what on earth do I ask for? What do I need? What skills am I going to be able to, what do I need the VAs, what skills do they need to have? But more importantly, what tasks didn't I want to do anymore? So I did a brain dump. I used Post-it notes. I actually used sticky notes, which is online, and just dumped all the stuff that I loved doing and liked doing, and stuff that I hated doing, or not necessarily hated doing, so I don't hate any part of my job, but stuff that I didn't need to do, wasn't really using the skills that I've got, quite mundane stuff. So get rid of that first. Those are the things, but not to get overwhelmed that you need to get rid of all of those tasks all in one go. Just take it a couple of tasks at a time. And once I did that and just broke it down, I felt I was then able to start putting pen to paper as to what I needed. So when you actually do the job overview, what you're looking for, you need to be very specific in what you're looking for. Really home in exactly what's required, especially as far as the skills are concerned. What skills do you want them to have? Do you want them to have been used an auto lister in the past, using tracking software before? Could they use Excel spreadsheets? Any apps that you're using, any tools that you're using that you need them to use, Word, anything like that. Need to make sure that they've got those skills. Then as far as the hours are concerned, you need to be specific on how many hours you're looking for, whether it's part-time or full-time. And I do recommend you just go part-time to begin with. I just did 2 hours a day. Hardly going to cost me anything, but it just puts my toe in the water to get me going, get me started. So that's how I started. 2 hours a day. And then if there's, as I say, any tools or apps that you want them to have knowledge on, you can put that into the job overview. And then be specific in the job role, exactly what you're wanting them to do, if it's customer service, and how many hours a day on a particular job role. What's your priorities? What do you need to be done first? And then this was a real goodie. This was something I put at the bottom of the job overview, is ask them to reply in the title with a code word or phrase. Now this really helped to separate the wheat from the chaff. It showed me that they could read a full description and got to the bottom and then follow instruction. And for all those that didn't bother and just sent me their CV in, I didn't even bother opening the CV. What was the point? They could be absolutely marvellous, have all the skills in the world, but they couldn't follow a simple instruction. Not what I was looking for. And I probably weeded out about 40%, just went out the door just by having that specific code word or phrase in there. And then I knew what I was working with were people that could follow instructions, did bother to read the whole job overview, and just weren't going to send you something just with their agenda. So that really, really worked well for me. So I got rid of a lot of rubbish. And then I also recommend now that you say that your passport is required, because Amazon UK won't let you have an admin on there unless they've got a passport to verify their ID. And I'm sure that'll happen with Amazon US as well. So just, you never know where you're going to be going with that particular person. So you don't really want to waste all your valuable energy and theirs and all the training and then to find out they don't have a passport. So I put that on the job overview. So then once you've got all your CVs in and you go through everything, you then want to shortlist. And I shortlisted down to about 6 people that I interviewed. And I used Zoom software to do the interviewing. Now you can do it on Skype, no problem. But the advantage of Zoom is that you can record. It's free. Totally free. You can record up to 40 minutes, have a meeting up to 40 minutes, which is plenty of time. I wouldn't even recommend anywhere near 40 minutes. And then you can look back afterwards and go through the recording. So that's what I would use. And then once you've done all that and you've then shortlisted it down to 2, you want to set them a task. Maybe it's doing an eBay listing. So you want to then record yourself doing that eBay listing to see how much they take on board of your instruction. Now I use Screen-cast-o-matic for that, and that's what I'm actually using to record this video. Absolutely brilliant, really, really simple. It's free, but it's got a pro version if you want some more bells and whistles, and that's only $18 flat. It's not even per year, it's just outright $18, and you've got everything that you need. So brilliant software. So the tools and apps that I use once I've got them on board is spreadsheets and using Google Drive. Now everything in the spreadsheets means everything is live. You're not having to worry about saving anything. You can talk to them within the spreadsheet, so you can add comments on a particular, if they're doing a particular eBay listing and you want to specifically talk about that listing, you can just add a comment in there and it'll be live. It'll go to them via email and also appear on the spreadsheet, and you can have a conversation. And so it's just really easy to keep everything organized. And then I use Messenger, Facebook Messenger, because especially in the early days, communication is key. And they're learning from you, you're learning from them, and if they're doing some work for you, they need that instant reply, so they can just then get on. So Messenger is perfect for that. Zoom we've talked about. Skype is great for just the quick call. With Zoom, you need to set up a meeting. It doesn't take long, but Skype's very, very quickly if you just want to literally call them. Most of them, they normally have their Skype open. And then we've talked about Screen-cast-o-matic. And that's all you need as far as tools and apps. So really no cost there at all. And what I recommend you to is master your own skills first before you do any of this. Do not take on a VA until you've mastered all those necessary skills. Somebody may well have been trained and come to you with experience, but you don't really know what that experience is, and is it what you're looking for? You know, you've built up this business. You don't want to overnight lose the business that you've built up. So it's really important that VA knows exactly how you work and exactly how you want things to be done. And it's part of the relationship building. It's part of the trust. And if you haven't learnt the business, you don't know the pitfalls, you don't know how to do a proper title, you don't know how to do a description, you don't know anything about SEO, then you can't teach the VA anything, and it's pointless. And that's how many people start off with getting VAs and then lose them overnight. They're looking to you as a mentor, really, and looking with great respect that you really understand what you're doing. So highly recommend you wait until you've mastered the skills, but don't wait as long as I did. 4 years is way too long. And then train your VA with step-by-step instructions. Use the Screen-cast-o-matic to video your daily activities and speak out loud. Whatever you're thinking in your brain, speak it. No matter how obvious you think it is, it may well not be obvious to them. And above all, be patient. Do not think that they're going to learn everything in the first week, second week, third week. They may be very slow to begin with, but that's fine, because you want quality over quantity. I don't want somebody to come in and do 30 listings for me and for me to have to take them down again because they're rubbish. So I want to take it slowly. I want to build it up so what they're doing is pure and utter quality. And if you're patient with them, you don't rush them, you respect them, then that will win you, pay dividends, because it is a two-way process, this building up of trust and respect. And if you're not patient, you won't get that. So highly recommend you're as patient as you possibly can be. So there you go. Just get on and do it now. Say, don't be like me. I wish I'd done it earlier. So if you've been doing this for 6 months to a year, get on and get yourself a VA. It's very, very reasonably priced, and you call the shots really as to what you want and when you want it. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If so, please put a like down below, and subscribe to my channel, because there's lots more e-commerce videos that you can watch and listen to, and there'll be more coming your way. And if you've got any questions at all, please put them into the comments below and I will answer. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please change your notifications to see first, and then you're not going to miss out on anything else that's got coming your way. Okay, there you go. That's it, and bye for now.